Well, I'm disappointed, obviously. I felt going into half we should have had a 15-point lead. And, I always think that when you go into half, you're just like, dang it, that's not good. Because, if you do your job in the first half, then maybe you can withstand a run and the stuff that they put on us in the second half. So even without Steph, I thought we made some poor decisions there and gave away some possessions. And I thought that really hurt us overall. I thought we should have had way more points than 26 at half. And even though you're up 5, I felt like they had gotten some pretty good looks and missed them, just like we had gotten a lot of good looks and missed them. Second half, they came out and really spread us, and we made 2 or 3 mistakes on the defensive end, and they get right back in it, and we lost. I just felt like we had zero intensity on the defensive end in the second half, and, you hold the team to 21 points, and then you let them have that within 8 minutes of the second half. I don't know that there's anything more anyone can say except that I don't think they're that much better than they were in the first half. I just think it was a combination of them being a little bit better and us giving in to anything that they wanted to do.
You talk about lack of intensity defensively in the second half. Was it not enough pressure?
Well, it's not enough pressure. Yeah, I would absolutely. We worked so hard the last 2 days of really getting the ball and making people make decisions off the bounce or guarding the ball harder and showing a lot more support off the bounce. And we got soft on the ball. We let people, I can remember Scotty giving up a 3 with their hands down. That would have been one in practice. We would have said, get on the inline, get on the sideline, and we would have run for it. There was another one on there, what the play that they were running, then our post wasn't to ball enough, and we would have gotten on the sideline and we would have run for that. There was the back cut that Dee Gave up just because of not playing hard. We would have gotten on the line and run for that. And I told the team, they know how to guard. They did it in the first half. We made huge strides from the last time we played against Florida Gulf Coast defensively and the first half of this game, and we gave it all back in the second half.
I'm looking at 3-pointers, 3 for 20. Were you getting good looks? It just wasn't falling?
I feel like Courtney's all were really good looks. I don't really remember all of them, but every time she shot, I was happy with hers. I know I didn't like Dee Dee's one that was early in the shot clock, late in the half. I thought that was a bailout, and that was a bad decision by her. I don't think that's her strength. If you're Dee Dee, you need to make that. If you're going to take it that early in a shot clock. Lindsay, Lindsay's either on or not on. She needs to take some that come her way, especially late in the shot clock. She doesn't make hers, so I'm not sure how you can fight that. And Kylie's okay there. She took it to the rim a little bit. I felt like, for the most part, Amber had a great look and missed it. I don't remember Steph's. I don't remember hers. So I really felt like we got really good looks. For the most part from 3. Thought Kiana's were good. Courtney's were probably the most, we need her to score some points. We need her. We can't let her have 0. Move her into the starting lineup. She's tried really hard to be what we need her to be. She's decent defensively. That's the hard part. Had some inconsistency from Kylie, so we tried Courtney. Now Courtney doesn't score. So I don't know. What do? You go back to Kylie. And, we're not getting quite good production out of Lindsay. So start putting Scotty in there. And that's the thing is, will I get a good game out of Scotty the next game? So the consistency of what you bring to the floor and what you can do to help our team continues to be a struggle for this group, And we talk about it all the time. It's not always about scoring. You don't have to impact the game scoring. You just I have to know what I'm going to get when I put you in the game, and that needs to be always great defense, great energy, run our stuff well. If you don't score, then be a great passer and make sure the ball gets to other places on the floor. And, we don't have players with that mentality when they're not scoring.
Talk about that inconsistency on how it probably led to a lack of rhythm offensively.
Well, again, I think it'll be interesting. I know it's always a bad taste in your mouth when you have lost. I really feel like I'm going to pop in that tape and see a lot of great shots that I would totally be happy with again if we got them. But I've got to get players that are tough and are going to step up and make those shots. The turnovers, we had bad turnovers, and they were in the first half. We had a bad 3 or 4 minute segment right before half. Again, that's where I said I feel like we had a chance to make it 8 or 9 or 10, 15 points instead of what it was, 5 or so. And that's just, again, a little bit of bad guard play. I feel like it's guard play. We're not getting the consistency out of our guard play as much as we need to. I'd like a little bit more consistency and know what I'm going to get from Amber. But again, it's just, I thought Stephanie was very good while she's in. And I think Dee Dee's okay, but a lot of her shot selection isn't great. Her numbers aren't great to get, as far as volume shooting. But this is us. We're not, our young players are inconsistent. Our older players have a little bit of hold in their game, and we've got to play around it, and we've got to find a way to get the ball where it needs to go, and like you said, get some shots in rhythm and be confident enough to take them and make them.
Will you shuffle some things around before Thursday or Saturday?
I doubt I will. I don't know. I mean, I might put Kylie back in. I'm not worried about that. I know I really intentionally went into the game knowing that I was going to get people in quick. I think Becca's given us everything she can. I say it all the time. Becca plays to her maximum. She doesn't try to do too much. She's not ever turning the ball over. She's keeping you in offense. She's setting on balls like crazy to try to let people come off of her. She's a presence and we don't throw it into her. She might not score it, but she usually makes great decisions, so I wish we'd have a little bit more confidence with her. So I like her game. I feel good about her and Steph, and I've got to get better numbers from Amber. And, and like I said, it's the guard game that I've just got to pick up. We've got to get better play from our shooting and our perimeters that either can put it on the floor and get to the rim or make plays or make shots when the plays come to them. And right now, we're not getting any of that from the guard group.
You feel like Zangina is better off and better out on the wing for an offensive?
Yes. She wants to be there.
Right.
She's tried hard, and she's, she'll stop sometimes in post and do some things, and that's good for us. But that's not where she's going to score 1 million points. So, and it's just hard. Again, when you're a certain player and that's what you do, you're just a shooter, it feels awful when you miss. And sometimes you let that affect the rest of your game. And that's the hard part about basketball. You don't just want to be good at one thing. You need to be able to do some other things to be effective and to help your team. So when that thing's not working, you gotta still help your team. So we have a little bit of that in Courtney and a little bit in Kylie as well. They're a little bit just 3-point shooters and not so much assist players. But I felt like Kylie gave us some good minutes tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.